ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mitt's presentation of the 12th Annual Northern Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce. I'm Tim Meyer, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight, and we're going to see a lot of things at our Romeo. Especially our guest of honor tonight that we're honoring is Kendrick Knobloch. Everybody knows K-Block's Barbecue in Romeo. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. I'm with Kelly Stevens, the director of the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce. And Kelly, you have a nice event here, Night Under the Stars. What does it mean?
You know what? This is our 12th year, and when we came up with the idea, we wanted to pick out a success story from Romeo. And we started out with the arts, and then we kind of didn't do the arts anymore. And Kendra, this year, she's the drama teacher, so we brought back the arts. And we help raise funds for...
Will she be all dramatic and everything?
Some kids, her former students, are rolling a tape back there, so I thought that was pretty cool, too. A little snippets of what they did with her. The funds we raise help go to scholarships and help support the chamber.
And what are the people gonna, when they show up here, what are they gonna see or get?
You know, we have Taste of Romeo, so we have a lot of our food vendors that are local. We have 5 local artists, and then of course we have the Heartbreakers.
Who are they? One of the Heartbreakers. So we know who they are.
Yes. Free beer. Free beer.
That already's got me hooked. Okay, so it's free beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you've got some vendors here with things to sell.
The artists this year asked if they could bring some of their things that they want to sell. So I said, yeah, sure. I don't have a problem with that. So we've got some out in the landscape and then 3 back in the barn.
So it's going to be a pretty exciting night. Hopefully the weather will hold out and blow over and we'll have a great night.
You know what? We moved this to June because it was always hot in August. What the heck? It's like 94 degrees tonight, right?
I got the best deodorant in town. Well, good luck for tonight. And you also have a podcast.
I do, yes.
And it's on the Mitt TV.
It is on the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber. Did Taylor come in and do it this week? No. Next week, okay.
Okay. But you can catch it on YouTube, the Mitt TV, yep. Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And look for that Chamber of Commerce podcast. Well, Kelly, let's see if we can have some fun.
Okay. Let this rain pass by. Okay.
One of our food vendors tonight at the Night Under the Stars is Pamela's Catering, and this is...
Fran Salvatore, owner of Pamela's Catering.
Karen Goodhue.
And you're helping out.
Yes, I am.
So what kind of tasty morsels do we have for the people out here?
Well, tonight we have a summer kale salad. We have our famous Italian tort. We did gazpacho with shrimp. And then I brought some bourbon meatballs down there and mac and cheese.
Bourbon meatballs. If I eat enough, I could get drunk, huh?
That alcohol sort of burns off.
It does? Oh, okay. Oh, they're spicy meatballs.
Yeah, they're spicy meatballs.
What goes into this salad here?
It's kale, carrots, onions. It has a sweet, sassy sugar and vinegar dressing. It's got fresh blueberries in it. It's got aramande, the soybeans, and sunflower seeds in it. So it's a nice, healthy salad.
So it's kind of like you, sweet and sassy.
That's right. I sure am.
And on this side, Karen, what are you serving up here?
I have a gazpacho. It's a cold tomato soup with vegetables in it. And then I put a piece of shrimp in there if you like.
Okay. And Pamela's Catering. So get a hold of Pamela.
Yep.
And she'll set you up if you need some food. This is the food booth for the Westview Orchard. And Westview Orchards, and this is...
My name is Connie Smith, and I handle media relations for Westview.
And what do we have here for the people to sample?
Tonight we have Westview's famous flips. We have apple flavor, peach, 3-berry, and cherry.
I mean, I'm a big guy as it is. This looks so good, and it's so tempting. It's taken all of my willpower. How do I resist?
You don't resist, and you take like 2. One for you, one for a friend. Now, actually, you just need variety, so we cut them in half. So you need to take a couple to experience the flavor.
Okay, so one for me and one for my friend.
Yeah, exactly. I highly suggest going with the peach. They're made with our Romeo peaches. They're straight from our gardens, and also the 3-berry is a favorite as well. We've got Michigan cherries, blueberries, and raspberries in there.
Okay, and you guys are located where?
We're right on the corner of 30 Mile and Van Dyke, and right now we're offering you pick strawberries, tart cherries, sweet cherries, raspberries, and in a couple of weeks we'll have Saskatoon berries.
Well, I mean, I love strawberries, so I can pick them myself?
Yes, you can.
Oh, this sounds like a strawberry picking party.
It is, and then after you're done picking, come have like a cider slushy, and then play with the goats.
Now that's what I'm good at, playing with goats. Well, best of luck to you, and it looks great here, and I got to get away from here. I'm going to eat them all.
Okay, have fun. There's lots of good stuff around.
This is Main Street's Kitchen and Bar, and this is?
Colette.
And Colette, what kind of tasty morsels do we have here?
Okay, so right here we have our cranberry walnut salad, which is fabulous, my favorite on the menu. This is our hummus with vegetable and fried pita. That's our special this week. And these are our famous sliders
Oh, those look good.
with our special Romeo sauce.
What is a special Romeo sauce? Is it sweet, sour? What?
It is, I can't tell you what it is. It's our secret sauce, but it's fabulous.
Not even if, I bribe you?
We'll talk later, you and I. And then we also have our lavender lemonade mocktail. We have mocktails at Main Street now. And then we have our mojito. We are specializing in craft cocktails.
So you come by and you can get a craft cocktail, but you can get some healthy, looks like some healthy stuff and some good sliders if you're into the sliders. So this is Main Street
Kitchen and Bar.
and you guys kind of open new. You're new owners, right?
We're new owners, correct. A younger couple bought it, Christoph and Morgan, and they bought it during the pandemic. So they've been there, I believe, almost 3 years, and they're doing a fabulous job. And it's been really exciting. So.
And you're right down here on Main Street in Romeo.
Yep, right across the street. You got it.
So you got to come by and visit Main Street's Kitchen and Bar when you're in downtown Romeo. Looks like it's yummy for your tummy.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe. I just graduated from Romeo High School. I've been in the Romeo Theater Company for 4 years. And I was put on a project. If you went in the back barn, there was a computer where there were a ton of alumni and current Romeo Theater Company students talking about how K-Block has impacted their life throughout the years, because we all know how much she's made an impact on this community and on individual students, and how she continues to make that impact as they grow further in their career, me included. When I started the theater company 4 years ago, my mother had just passed away from Lyme's disease, and she was a huge theater person. She was a musical theater major, and she's where my love of dance and my love of theater came from. And when I entered high school, it was right before I entered high school, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I didn't know if I was going to stay in dance or if I was going to work in Disney. I had no idea. And K-Block opened my eyes to what my true passion was, and it was theater. And now I'm moving to New York to study theater and dance. And I was very honored to put on this project because K-Block had filled a void in my heart and been like a second mom to me for these past 4 years. And so I'm very grateful for her, and I know all of us are. So if you have time to go watch that little video of alumni speaking, that would be great. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much, Chloe. I threw this on her probably a week, maybe 10 days ago, and she followed up and got it done. And what a great project. So, I know Kendra has her last students here, and she's got one of her first students here. Where's Eric? Eric? Okay, never mind. We won't call him out of the bathroom, so. Well, Kendra, do you want to come on up and? It's an honor to honor you as our 12th annual Hometown Success Story. It's sad that you're leaving, but you're not really leaving. I know, you're not really leaving. So, with no further ado, it's over to you.
Wow. I don't think it's fair that I have to talk after Chloe just made me cry. First and foremost, thank you all for being here. There's so many stories that everyone shared today with me that were so heartfelt, were so genuine, and I did write a few notes because I'm a speech teacher. I do want to give a big shout out to all of my fellow teachers here, because my biggest advice that I always give to all of my students is surround yourself with amazing people. Surround yourself with amazing people and you will shine, because they'll pick up the pieces where you don't fit, and they'll pick up the pieces when they need you the most and you need them the most. And this is what brings us all together, and this is what makes Romeo Theater Company and our productions and our school district just so amazing, because we're all there to help each other. It's like the foundation is there, the chamber is there, mitttv is there, WBRW is there. And by the way, I didn't think I should have to give a speech because I did a podcast, so I'm now official. I didn't realize cameras were on during a podcast. I'm that new at this, so I'm used to be the one behind the scenes, not on the camera. So remember, it always adds 70 pounds. So when you watch it, be aware of that.
I know that.
I'm telling you, I did realize, I did laugh. They said, which side do you want shot? And I'm like, the thinner one? I don't know what side, I don't know. But Ruth tricked me. I didn't know the camera was rolling. She goes, no, we're just gonna talk. And it was so much fun, and they made me feel so special. I'm so used to being behind the scenes. And my other advice to any of my youngins out there, and to so many of my alumni out there right now, and I did this at every show at Shrek, if you're one of my alumni, please raise your hand. Look at that. That is so cool. I am now to write down to Christina Muir, my Miss Hannigan, one of my first years, and Eric, who sat in my speech class and he couldn't remember, he talked about motorcycles at all points in times, right down to my graduating seniors. And it's a profession that you get to see people grow. You get to see people have a passion. You get to see people have their whole heart and soul. And I don't think every job gets that, and I've been blessed with that for 35 years. And I'm not gonna lie, when Kelly called me, and this was kind of funny, and I felt really dumb after this. I was so blindsided by this award when she called me in February or March, and she said, hey Kendra, I want to talk to you about Night Under the Stars. And I'm like, wow, you're planning hors d'oeuvres really early. I'm like, you know K-Blocks will be there. And she's like, no, it's you this year. You're not serving. You can hold wine. And I'm like, this is fantastic. Okay, I'm there. We can do this. But my first response was, I didn't grow up in Romeo. And she said, you've spent more of your life teaching in Romeo than you grew up. And I'm like, oh my gosh. When I did the math, I'm like, I did the math, Jay Bosch. Proud of me. I'm like, Romeo is my home. I got the job immediately out of college. I was that young. That's what it was. But I literally went high school, college, Romeo. So in September, when my alarm does not go off at 5:30 in the morning, it's gonna be glorious. Will I miss the students? Yes, 100%. But I already plan on, I'm going to New York to go see Chloe in a show. She's getting me to the Tonys. I now have time that I can drive out and go see my son in Grand Rapids if I want to take him out to lunch. Braden's making so much money being a welder at home. Thank you very much. He says he's never leaving, but now we're going to charge him rent. Thank you, Romeo Schools, for putting the trades in. I've just been blessed. And the biggest thing is it was so nice to see Jeff Hinkle. Are you still here? John Phillips, Jeff and John in the back. They're like, the beer tap's open, nobody's looking. We've been just the trio for so long. I'm gonna miss the sitting in the office. We've created stuff that people are like, oh, it's hard to go watch another high school show, because we get to work together and put on these shows that we give the kids the power of their talent. And we're proving that arts matter. And by giving me this award, I don't see this as giving it to me. I see you giving it to the arts. John Phillips was Teacher of the Year this year. Go band. You're giving me this award right now. It's like, go drama. And although Chloe gave me the shout out, Hinkle was the one that said she can sing. Do you know that she can sing? And I'm like, I didn't know she can sing. Wait till you hear this girl sing. And you don't recognize her right now, but if you saw Shrek, she was the dragon. She's still mad at me for having to wear the red wig, but she looked fantastic in it. Thank you to my family for coming up. The only thing that could have made this more perfect is having my mom and dad here. They were my heart and soul. My mom always struggled. She was in and out of the hospital since I was in high school. We were not the athletic family, we were the crafty family. She couldn't move around real easily. And she taught us to take care of the underdogs. She taught us to find the kid on the playground that didn't have a friend. She taught us to include everybody in everything. We were foster parents, and we found kids that needed a family to grow with, and we're still in touch with some of the foster children to this day. And that's what I wish I hope I instilled into my students, that people need each other. And when people say, hey, can I help you with something? You say yes. Can I take one thing off your shoulder? Yes. And I think that was one of the smarter moves that I did, was when somebody says, can I help you with that? I said yes. But then I get to turn around, and when Kelly says, hey, we want to do a dinner theater, I say yes, let's do it. And we did, and it was fantastic. But I said, look out for the underdogs. I think that was the greatest advice. My dad gave me the ability to find humor in everything. And he was, for those of you that knew him, and Jeff Hinkle is walking around right now with, I've got a good Ken joke for you. It's like, I lost him years ago, and people are still bringing up his name with, you need to hear this joke because your dad would have loved this. I was raised by amazing people. So for Chloe to include me as a parent, I think I've grounded her before. It made it truly special, because that's what teaching is. And I love the fact that I have touched people's lives, and I love the fact that when I put out on Facebook that I'm retiring, that my Facebook blew up, and people were showing me programs that I signed, and we were trying to do the math. Once again, math, Jay Bush. At the end of every show, I write a little message, and I always say, I try to find you doing something silly, and I'm going to call you out on it. And the fact that tonight even, I had former students that have children of their own talking that in a memory box somewhere is my signature on it. I'm like, that really means something. So, Romeo, thank you. Thank you for letting me into your village. Thank you for letting me into your heart. And Brian, you're stuck with me for a lot more hours. I was talking to my husband the other day. I go, we're going to be really confused on date night, because it usually involves Joann Fabrics, Hobby Lobby, and Home Depot. It's like, we're going to actually go out like real people. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to go see other people's shows. And my goal is to not stop theater. I'm going to do theater somewhere, whether it's I'm fingers crossed looking at Oakland and Meadowbrook. It's exciting because one of my alumni is one of the head costumers out there. And so I've got my fingers in out there. I'm getting to the Tony Awards. That's on my list. You can put that on film there. I've got students out there, and right now I can say, I have time. I can go travel to New York. So I get to go support my students now instead of just work with my students. So it's exciting. It's funny, Miss Brown's here, and I'm already talking. I'm like, I'm staying with on your daughter's couch when I go see my son at Grand Valley, because she's out in Grand Rapids. It's like the connections that I've made are lasting a lifetime. And I'll stop talking now. And look at that, I wrote notes and didn't even use them. Not a good speech teacher. Okay, I won't go now.
So, if Kendra's family could come up here with her, and if I could get Kendra's students, former, recent, come stand in the middle circle here, if you had Kendra.
There you go.
Come on up, don't be shy. Look at this. How awesome is this?
And 3 of them were recipients of this award. Sean, Jesse, and Christina.
There we go. Well, how about, Brian, come on up here. And your sons can come up here too. So Madison is my admin, and she is also a theater child, but from Armada, and she does the Richmond Theater. So I am going to have her read your award.
Alrighty, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It's the Outstanding Hometown Success Award is presented to Kendra Knobloch. Okay. The way you get meaning into your life is to devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. And that's a quote from Mitt's album. In appreciation and special recognition of your dedication to our community and for your compassion towards others, you're a true hometown success. Presented on behalf of the Northern Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce. Here you go. Congratulations.
So tonight's Night Under the Stars honoree, Kendra Knobloch. Knobloch. Well, you know, I had
That's
a teacher,
okay,
his name was Knobloch. But anyway, how's it feel to be the honoree?
It's a little surreal. I'm used to celebrating my students' productions, so I'm not used to celebrating me. So it's very heartfelt. It's very surreal.
Well, you didn't seem pretty nervous up there.
I like a crowd. I'm not gonna lie. Crowds don't. It's what I do.
You talked about your career as a teacher, and you have some students here tonight, but the most rewarding thing for you, knowing, if you look back at all those years, what's the most rewarding thing?
I think when you run into someone that you may not even recognize, and they're like, I had you in class. Oh my gosh, I was able to get up in front of my college class and do this. I'm able to do this job now because of what you taught. I'm like, that is really an amazing feeling.
Yeah, that you've passed along something and it's useful to somebody. It is kind of an amazing feeling.
It really is. It's the idea that I think I'd love to tell new teachers, and I'm still crying. I'd love to tell new teachers, you make a difference. You really do. Put your whole heart and soul into it, because I've laughed with the kids, I've cried with the kids, I think I've grounded the kids. But you don't have to. You can be tough. You can show them this is the way it works, and the real world is hard, and you're setting them up for that. And
look where I ended up.
I love it. You got the mic.
So you have all those years teaching, and now you have K Block's Barbecue.
I've had K Block's Barbecue for years now. I get to kind of be the voice over there. A lot of it's the same. I'm teaching servers. I'm teaching hosts. So a lot of it is working in a restaurant as a production. It really is.
Well, we congratulate you and best of luck in, I guess, retirement, but you're not going to retire.
I'm not going to retire. It was like Shrek was such an amazingly beautiful show, and everybody's like, I can't believe you're not like hysterically crying. And I'm like, why would I? It was amazing. I am so beaming with pride, and I'm not done with theater. I'm not. I'll find a place to do theater.
Well, that's a benefit to all of us here in the Romeo community.
That.
So they'll benefit from all that.
It'd be nice to get on stage again.
Kendra Knobloch, and you have a wonderful evening.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for the Mitt's presentation of the 12th Annual Northern Macomb Regional Chamber of Commerce's Night Under the Stars. We hope you had fun, and we hope you enjoyed the show. For the Mitt TV, I'm Tim Meyer saying good night, everyone.